Hello class, today what we're going to be doing is going over making slides. So I'm going to be making slides about the famous marshmallows and why they are the best food ever. Right, that's how you spell it? Now, why am I saying ever instead of ever, period? Because I'm relating to my audience. You know what? I'll be a fool. I don't even know how to spell marshmallows, apparently. I've spelled that wrong my entire life. I'm too mellow about marshmallows, apparently. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go images, but I'm not just going to search marshmallows. Well, there's one good picture already, and there's another one. So what I'm going to be doing is, first, I shouldn't be doing this, but I want to actually figure out what kind of presentation I want to do. First thing here is I'm just going to be compiling a whole bunch of pictures, just because it's easier for me without knowing the topic of marshmallows that well is to just get pictures, and the pictures will actually help me build the idea. So I actually like this one instead. No, this one's good. So I'm going to copy the images and paste the images over here and just get a whole bunch of different pictures of marshmallows and how they're used. So this one I could use for art. So as I'm doing this quick image search, I can actually, here's arts and crafts, making letters out of them. This one looks good too. And the purpose of doing this image search is to give base knowledge, because I don't know I have a base knowledge of marshmallows that well. Oh wow, this Pokemon thing is actually pretty decent. And then, so now that I have oh man, I can't turn down Minions. But realize I'm getting these pictures quite fast. The next thing I want to do is I pretty much ran out of, other than this, I ran out of basic marshmallow pictures to use. That's super cute. Come on, load. There we go. So I have a whole bunch of pictures. That's great. But the pictures don't mean anything unless I actually put them in context for something. So what I'm going to then do is marshmallows uses. And now what I have here is I'm getting more specific with my Google search so I can get a more advanced picture. And so now this picture that never showed up is now there that I can use. And I want to use Rice Krispies. So copy image. And realize I'm going through these quite quickly and setting them all up, and then from there I'm actually going to create a presentation off of this. Ooh, yes. I can't believe I didn't remember that. And so the other thing about this is I want to show you that I'm literally going to be done with my presentation. Is that literally a... Wow. That's quite impressive. Oh wow, I didn't have a single picture of s'mores either. Oh, Barack Obama using a marshmallow cannon. Oh, look at that. Man of the people. Okay, this is good enough. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of just marshmallow, I'm going to put in keywords that I like to use in my presentation. There we go. Now see, this is the other interesting one, is this is a lot funnier way to show how to roast a marshmallow compared to a marshmallow actually being roasted. I could also do the cannibalism one. Here we go. This is going to be my end slide. Okay, so, and then the other interesting one is, another keyword I like to use is interesting. Just because you never know what you will get. And it looks like this one doesn't pull out a thing. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I have all these pictures, which there's a lot of them, I'm going to break them up into several slides. So I'm going to click new slide a whole bunch of times, and let's delete this. I actually want blank slides. So I'm going to copy and paste a whole bunch of blank slides. So now what I'm going to have is I'm going to basically just cut the arts into one, and this is going to be my other. And so I'm breaking this up into several different slides because this is how I want the slides to go. So I'm going to go politics on one slide. Notice that my Google image search actually is creating how I'm doing the layout for my presentation. This is crafts, so I'm going to go crafts. This is delicious food. This is delicious food. Actually, I'm going to put a different one for multiple purposes. Let's make a new slide. Paste that here. I'm also going to put the building blocks over here, because this is good foods. This is other uses. This is good foods. Good foods. There's a whole lot of good foods. And I noticed that I'm having a whole lot of good foods, so I'm actually going to make that into a... And so this is actually good foods, but it's more artsy, so I'm going to put it in the art department. Good foods. And art. And art. Looks like people really like art. Actually, let's put this... This is still crafts, I think. So there we go. Now I have the layout all set up. And so now that I see lots of pictures, now I see where my holes are. So I have a politics one. Marshmallows are so popular, they even made it into the politics. So insert text box. And now what I need to do is just create a text box that says, so popular, Trump couldn't even build a wall to stop the cannon. Stop the power of a marshmallow cannon. And so what I'm going to do now is set this up so it takes up the whole space. Size 28 font, which I'm actually just going to increase until it takes up the entire space. So boop, 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 boop. And now I'm going to center it, and boom, done. One slide's done. If I really wanted to, I could expand this just a little bit bigger, but I could cut it down. So if I wanted to cut this image, what I would do is I'd cut the image, open up Paint, paste it into Paint, and then crop it to just what I want, which I should get in the practice of doing anyways. So I select all, and then drag, and then I'm editing the dimensions of it, and then I go Control-A, Control-X, and I paste back in. And now what I can do is I can actually make it bigger and more precise to fit exactly. And the nice thing about PowerPoint is, see those dotted lines down there right there? It auto-locks to fit inside. And so now I have the setup. So what I'd ideally want to do is make it so the pictures are as big as they can, and then shrink down the text so that it fits in the white space, and boom, no white space, perfect slide done. And the next one is I got to go to my, this is going to be my biggest slide. So I'm going to have this slide right here. So what I need to do again is I want to crop this picture. So I'm going to cut, go over to Paint, move it to the top left so that it all fits in, and then left click off of the image, drag the box over to fit the image. So this picture, what I need to do is I need to pick the importance of this picture. How important is this picture compared to this slide? I would say it's about that big. I also need a fire here, so what I need to do is I need to find a really cool fire. So I'm going to say amazing fire roasting marshmallows. And now what I want to see is which picture emulates what I want to talk about. And what I want to talk about is not this. This is not my type of presentation. Well, my type of presentation is a funny picture of a kid roasting a marshmallow. I think this pretty much incorporates it. This would also be a good one. This one looks too fake fire. There we go. That's a good shot. So I'm going to copy this image. And now the reason why I picked this image is because I just want to take up more space. So realize I want to crop this image because I want to pick which people are actually going to be in this presentation, which people aren't. So I don't like that guy over there. And this is pretty much good. And now what I want to do is I want to cut down where I just see the rocks. And also I want to get focus more over here. So I'm going to go like that. That's just my own personal opinion. So I'm going to cut, paste this over. And what this does, it allows me to drastically increase the size of what I want to show. And now I need to cut this down as well to fit on the side over here. So I'm going to select all, move it up to the top, right click on the side, drag this box over, drag this box up, Control A, Control X, Control V. And I want to make it just fit. And now I want 2 more pictures of a roasted marshmallow. So what I'm going to do is a double layer roasted marshmallow. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And hopefully you actually know what I'm talking about, where you can actually peel off the outer layer and then recook the marshmallow. And this will actually be a nice picture because it's a vertical picture. Oh, I couldn't get any better than that. Look at that, perfect fit. So what I'm going to do here is, again, insert a text box. And the key thing here is to make a word that emulates what this is all about. So I'm going to say campfire. And I'm literally just going to blow up this text to fit the white space, because that's how important it is. And what I want them to do is read the text and then understand what the slide's about. And I could just cheat and fill it up. Boom, done. So now I have a single word with lots of pictures. I have 2 pictures with text. Now I want a text-heavy presentation. So what I'm going to be doing is, with these, I have way too many, so I need to get the good ones. This one looks too fake, so I'm just going to delete it. Minions relates to my audience. This I'm going to keep just because this is too fake. This again relates to my audience. But now I need to crop these pictures, so I'm going to cut this over. The only thing I want literally is, I don't care how to make it. What I just care about is the actual marshmallow itself, and I want it to be on the stick so you can see that it's on the stick. So I'm going to paste that over. And now look how much better, by cropping this image, I can actually make this presentation, because now you can actually see what I'm talking about. Even this pumpkin, what I want to do is, as you see right here, the size compared to this, I don't care about the left side of the pumpkin. I don't care about the top side of the pumpkin. The only thing I care about is actually the mouth. So I'm going to crop this down so I just see the mouth, because that's what I want to focus on. So now, as you can see, before I didn't have any room for these. Now I have tons of room for all these slides, because I'm cropping my images. But I do need to keep enough so that they still know that it still is a marshmallow. And I don't need multiple of these, I just need one. And I'm going to pick which one I want. I like that middle one right there. And so now, because it's a nice quality image, when I expand it, it's still going to look decent. And I'm going to expand it, and then I'm going to send this one to the back so that the minion's on top and the pumpkin still gets placed well. And what I need to do instead of this is, I want text heavy on this. So what I need to do is insert a whole bunch of text boxes. Perfect for birthday parties. And I'm going to basically repeat this over and over and over again. And I'm going to say, instead of perfect for this, perfect for winter holidays. Insert text box. Perfect for redneck decorations. And I'm going to make fun of myself. Perfect for ghetto teachers to teach the alphabet. And again, center it. And now I'm going to down here say full of minions. And now I need to say a perfect setup for the slide, which I'm going to make is multiple uses while maintaining integrity of the product. And now let's blow up the text size. Center it, and again, blow it up so it fits. And now I need to make all these size 28 fonts, so I'm going to control click all of these and then pick size 28 font. And now what I want to do is, now that I have these, I want to set this up so that they are all placed well. Once they're placed well, what I want to do is size the images better. And then I can cheat and actually distort the images. Because pumpkins are usually wider, I'm going to maintain that. And then, boom. Next slide. Notice how I'm putting the text underneath every picture so that everyone knows what everything is for. And I have my joke on every slide. So now I have 3 slides done. I still need to do my intro slide, but I don't know how I'm going to be talking about it yet, so I'm actually going to do that last. And then this one, this is good food. So I'm actually going to delete this one because I like this one better. I'm going to edit this picture, of course, because I only want the Rice Krispies logo in there. I'm actually going to cut it down even more. There we go. And now I need a picture of Rice Krispies, so scroll up. Amazing Rice Krispies. Krispies. Again, I'm editing every single picture because I only want one of each and not multiple. And I also only want certain parts of these because otherwise it just gets too overbearing. This actually is a terrible picture of s'mores, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be deleting this slide and then going over here and going amazing s'mores. And now I'm going to find a s'more that I like, which helps my presentation. And right there, because there's a large marshmallow there, there's actually 2 of them. And let's crop this picture again. There we go. Now I have all my cropped pictures. And this slide, I'm only going to do pictures because I personally think that this slide is good enough to not give any validation. Now, what I also did was I made this one picture right here really hard to understand what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow this up and then put Rice Krispies underneath it so then everyone knows, well, this is Rice Krispies. So I'm going to expand it. I'm going to send it on top, bring to front, and expand it so there is no denying that this is Rice Krispies. I have s'mores, and then I have candy canes. Now this candy cane thing is a thin one, so I'm going to be putting it in the middle. This is another thin one. And what I'm basically just doing is setting it up so that I have no blank space. I'm going to blow up this s'mores picture, and I'm going to shrink this. And then I'm going to put this over here. And then I can blow this up even bigger. And then we can also expand this. And done. There's a picture of all slides. So I have my lots of text, little text, some text, all pictures. And now I need my all. I don't have an all text slide. That's about as texty as I want to get. And this is, I want to just do a single picture slide. I'm actually going to get rid of this because I have this picture right here. So I want to say that this is and let's put in a little quote. Think outside the box. Because it's a box, ha ha ha. And so I'm going to go Shift Enter on every single one of these. And then center. And let's blow up the text. Ever use peepable. And I want to crop this down just a little bit because I don't want it to take up the entire slide, but I am going to keep most of it because I want it to take up a lot of the room. There we go. And so there's my 5 slides. Now I just need to do an intro slide. I'm going to set this to be my background, so I'm going to make it the entire image length. Send it back. And I need to be able to read this text, so I'm going to go to Format. I'm going to set up this one. I'm going to go text fill to be, I'm actually going to do brown. Text outline to be, ooh. Text fill to be black. Yes, that's good enough. I'm going to bold it and I'm going to increase the size. And I need to make this font different. There we go. I want to delete this. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to go back, and I should have kept all the ones that I didn't use. But I didn't, of course. So what I'm going to do is just put in all the other use pictures real quick. And I need to insert my name in here. And I need a size 28 font. And I'm going to put this right down here because I'm on fire. And now I need topic slides. So what I'm going to do actually is, let's just take, when I think of marshmallows, what are the 3 things that I think of? I think of s'mores. So I'm going to get s'mores. Here's a good picture. Here we go. I want classic s'mores. I'm going to blow this up, move this text down in the middle. The other one, classic hot chocolate with marshmallow. I really can't believe I spelled that wrong my entire life. Looks like this is going to be down in the middle. And I need one more. What's another classic marshmallow use? I already got the s'mores. Oh yeah, campfire, right? Campfire. Here we go. This is good. Nice classic image. Actually, I'm going to leave that open. Yeah, I'm going to leave that open. There we go. So this slide this one's actually bad because I want to take out that. Here we go. I'm actually not going to use this guy. I'm going to move my name over here. And I need to pick a color that stands against that. Yellow. Is it yellow? Yellow, and let's go a outline color of black, and let's bold it. There we go. There's 5 slides, and I'm done in less than 30 minutes. And about a topic that I didn't go, and I might as well present about it real quick. Practice run just to show you that it's actually worthwhile. Hello, today what I'm going to be talking about today is marshmallows and why they are literally amazing. There are so many uses for marshmallows, from campfires to s'mores, to even just hot chocolate, or even making your own YouTube channel, which I admire, of course, good old oranges. This is why marshmallows are basically so good that they're on fire. What we're going to be taking a look at is the first thing is what's taking the world by storm is Pinterest. There are so many different uses for marshmallows because you can mold them and design them any way you want by remelting them. You can design them with cake batter, cake frosting. You can just add them as decorations and make them unedible because pumpkin flavored marshmallows are just not my latte. And we also have Winions, so you can always have some jokes at the office. And of course, for the classic winter holiday treat. Of course, you can't talk about marshmallows without talking about campfires and roasting marshmallows, and every single day how I roast all of you. So what we do here is you can gather around fire, and you can actually, if you're good, you can actually make so you don't have your marshmallow catch on fire. But if you're really good, you can go for the double roasted marshmallow, which means you roast the outside, you peel off the outer layer, and then cook the inner layer. And of course, in case of fire, roast marshmallows. Marshmallows are so good, they actually define politics and how this is made. What we have here is our previous president using a marshmallow cannon that blows the world away. He's probably going to go shoot ISIS with that. Or you also have the popular Mr. Trump with his amazing peeperific hair. And then, of course, you have the classics. You have Rice Krispie treats, which have been taken over by Pinterest to have making a burger, which I don't know what that cheese is made of, but that's kind of scary. Then you have the classic candy cane marshmallow coated in chocolate with crushed up candy canes attached. You have the hot chocolate marshmallow. You have a chocolate-covered marshmallow. And, of course, the classic s'more. Then you can even start thinking outside of the box with every single different use of Peeps, where you can actually use it as a building activity for elementary or middle school students, and also the classic wine stopper, which I need to try this out. I've never seen this done before. I don't know how well it'll work because Peep-flavored wine just isn't what everyone's peeping about. That concludes my presentation. Hope you've learned a lot about marshmallows and what they're actually good for, and be sure to buy them at your local grocery store today. So again, that was a short presentation, but again, if I multiply that by 3 and then extend it and then add dialogue in there against each other, it should be a decent presentation. And as you can see, it literally took me 35 minutes to get 5 slides and an intro slide done. Because I have 6 slides, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an intro done in 35 minutes recording time. Have a good one. I will see you later.